Okay, so it is coming up on, we're about to open in C period, and we've got a double distribution down. Um, but I just wanted to wrap up my day, hopefully, by just going back over what happened in the initial balance. And so we opened here at 24 even. Um, if I can see if I can get by without having to switch from the crosshairs here, 24 even. And I was still making the video when it happened, and which is telling me again, I just recently started doing these videos again, and I'm running into lots of. I'm trying to do it a different way, so I'm getting lots of learning opportunities. Let's call it that, and it sets me back a little bit. So if I'm not the early bird, I don't. I'm not. I'm. I get caught in the crossfire here. So I believe it traded down first. I didn't catch it till it was coming back. I don't remember. I'd have to watch the beginning of my other video again. But I do know that initially the low was right here. It was either a 98 quarter or 98. And this would have been a more aggressive long. I obviously was not even ready for it. And that worked magically. Well, okay, I shouldn't use that word. Um, I guess I'm trying to say in a way that was wonderful. So it came back through the open, and we closed the gap basically, but then it reversed from there. So by the time I kind of stopped being discombobulated, because I kind of had to scramble to get myself in line, which was really bad because now I'm not in my right frame of mind to properly evaluate what's happening and really tune in. And that's a downfall of trying to do a presentation, trying to do basically a different kind of job at the same time when trading really requires, um, I mean, it can be very serious and you want to be very focused and in tune. I mean, it's like, that's why they're quiet on a golf course. Uh, I'm not a golfer, but all right. So came up here to about 2404, 24 quarter. I don't remember which price I got in, but I tried to go short here, and I think it went my way a little bit, but I got knocked out. I mean, it just kept popping. So this was, of course, a little bit more aggressive. It did come up to the top of this. You see this little from about 2400 to here is sort of a distribution. Uh, you know, I, I find it difficult to. Almost have to do a replay. I think that might be something to think about in the future for videos to do a replay in a higher speed and talk about it in that way. But I one step at a time. I really want to be in the habit of making these less than 5 minutes long and do them all the time, every day as part of my own discipline. And uh, it's an energy thing. Um, Given you shall receive, right? So at any rate, um, so we came up here against Friday's low, and I was looking for a short here. I decided to play it a little safer, and this was successful. So, we've come on back down. I am not in it. I didn't stay in it. I didn't. It's so choppy, and it's like uh, this is this is the kind of trading where you can get eaten alive very easily. So, and I'm not a big player. I don't have big position sizes to let carry on, all day. Um, Not yet. And I'm trading them as contracts, not options. So, um, which is great if somebody wants to do that. Um, that's another topic, another story. But as you can see, these were the areas that we talked about that to look for opportunities. And I really wish I would have been. I don't think I necessarily would have gotten in on this. I just think that the action was so frenetic that I would have been wanting to go more conservative. And and okay, so that's what's happened. And when it came back down here, I think there was maybe an opportunity here if you're quick. In this case, it's come back. It's completely reversed. You need to think of it as we're in a downtrend. We didn't get back into Friday's range. We're back into this lower distribution of the overnight. It was a gap down, and we've come back through the open again. We were through the open 2 or 3 times initially, if you count them big moves, not just a little flitter around it. So this is conviction, and now you got to consider that the game is okay. We did come down and here below W. I don't think it stopped exactly at WX. Or maybe it did. No, it did. See, okay, I should know better. The little pink bar, the vertical bar, is the bottom of the opening range. First, I have it at 3 minutes on here. So, came down to the top of this blue area and didn't even take out the stops here. And X didn't break the X low and reversed back to the upside. Okay, but when we came back down and did take it out, we are now, this train is rolling in this direction. So you've got to consider that where are they going for now? Well, they're going back now to probe the downside again and auction lower to see if we can continue to sell off below the open overnight low, which they did to quite a bit. So that was the game that you had to figure was in play. So you may get a bounce here, but you're going to get run over most likely if you aren't really in the game to win it in a minute. I just made that up. Less than a minute, win it. But that rhymes. All right, so that's my little review. Hope you enjoyed it if you watched it, and split this out for a minute. Yeah, see that kind of move right here? You're catching in the video. That makes it very this inflection point now. The overnight low is a lot of people probably tried to sell this again, and they just got wiped out. And will it continue lower or will it rally higher? On a holiday day, the institutions aren't necessarily driving the money, and you've got smaller players playing a lot of games. They're small players, but they're not small players. They're big enough to push it around, in my opinion, from my experience. So, everybody knows that there are people who are going to sell the overnight low. So they may run them over. Now, will it continue higher? The same thing may happen right up here. You may get some jumpiness at the value area low in the overnight. Not that a lot of traders are watching that, but it's just an area where just naturally the orders that are active in the market may, where there was okay, I'm trying to say here, there was value and there was a lot of trading in that area. So you get decisions that you made. Okay, now you see it again right here. We're at the value area low, and you see the market is getting kind of whippy. And at that 23.96 inflection point I talked about, which is the May 22nd low, I believe, of 2017. Why would that be important? Well, we haven't been in this area in a long time, and there are people who've still held positions all this time. Okay, so I'm going to go kind of not sure where I want to go with the direction of the video, and I do want to keep it short. I'm probably at 10 minutes now, but all right. Thanks for watching if you made it this far.